Hello, Nancy here, and I want to teach you how to do a seam off of waste yarn. This is an alternative to those of you out there that either A, hate doing the Kitchener graft, or B, it's an area that's awfully wide to do a Kitchener graft and you don't feel really comfortable if there's a lot of pattern or cables or whatnot. It's a really neat thing. I use it on sock toes, I use it on cowls, I use it on lots of things, and it's really very neat. So I want to share with you how to do this. Okay, so I've knit up on my waste yarn, and rather than binding off, I knit about 2 more inches on the same waste yarn. So with the outside facing, the right side of my work facing I should say, I'm going to line these up. This is a kind of a small piece, so it's going to be fairly easy to do this. So I'm going to try to line up all my little edges here. Okay, and I'm just going to hold on to it. If I had a clip, I would clip the inside. What you need to remember is think of points. Point to point, point to point. Okay, so I'm just going to start down here. You can start top, bottom, totally up to you. And I'm going to reach over. And do you see how that's coming to a point at the bottom? That's why I say point to point, okay? Now I'm going to go over to the next stitch. Do you see this? The point is coming up, okay? So we're going to go under that bar, for those bars I guess. Then we're going to reach over and I'm going to go under this one, because the point is coming down. You see what's happening here? You're getting a row of knitting in here, just like you would Kitchener graft. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next one. Point. Point. Okay, you see that? If you don't follow the point-to-point rule, what's going to happen, this stitch got a little funny here, is that you're going to completely lose this perfect line and it will not look like this anymore. Okay? Sometimes you get the fibers from the waste yarn in here, so you got to kind of watch for that. Be really careful what yarn you use for waste yarn. Cotton is the best. But you don't want to use anything that's red or dark or super fuzzy, because you're going to end up spending your evening with tweezers picking the fuzzies out of your knitted piece. Okay, you see this? You can go back and tighten later, just like you would with Kitchener graft. You're better working it looser than you are tight. That's almost always the case with any seam. Okay, we're going to tighten this up just a little low, because I think I'm doing okay here. Okay. Fold this back down again. Alright, here we go. Point up. It's pointing to the seam. Okay, this one's pointing down. I guess you could say south. That's a south pointing stitch. And here we are. We're going to a north point here. And you get a rhythm going and it just kind of moves right along. And I'm doing this fairly quickly so that we can get through it. If you're doing this for real, I would suggest you make a practice swatch first and kind of get all the bugs out of it there. But for the most part, it's very simple to do. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now the neat part is what comes after. Once I sew all these, grab all these stitches. Okay, coming around to our last ones here. Okay, there's that one. And somebody's going to be hiding around the corner here. You always got to watch that guy. There's always the one that hides around the corner. It rolls because it's stuck in it. Alright. tight here. I didn't want to do that, but I did. Didn't want to do that, okay? Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to get them all to look the same real quickly so you can get the full effect of this, okay? Okay. So for the most part, you know, they're all even. I would definitely fiddle with them more. Now I'm going to turn it with the wrong side out. And I'm going to pull my waste yarn off. If you have trouble getting rid of your waste yarn, just clip it off here. You know, be right off the stitches. Being careful that you don't cut your project. You don't want to do that. Okay, so this is one side here. Okay. Alright, see, pull this all off. It's pretty cool, actually, I think. Okay, we have that side done. Okay. And I'm going to just work those ends through when I'm all done, but for now I'm just going to pull this in. Okay. And I'm going to bring that one through this side, and then I'm going to unravel the other piece. Okay. See, I didn't even bind this off, I just ran the working yarn through. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we turn it around and we'll tweak our stitches a little bit here and a little bit there. I could have done that while I was actually doing it, but I was kind of hurrying along. That is how you do a faux graft, a seam off of waste yarn.